Randy Orton should depose Roman Reigns before WrestleMania 40, according to a WWE Hall of Famer. After being out for nearly 2 years owing to injuries, the Viper has just made a triumphant comeback to the Stamford-based firm. At Royal Rumble, he will face off against AJ Styles and LA Knight in a triple threat match for the chance to challenge Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. At the same time, this week saw The Rock's return to Raw. Pursuing the head of the table was taunted by the Great One. A lot of people now think they'll fight at WrestleMania 40. While appearing on Busted Open Radio, WWE Great Bully Ray said that the title match between Roman Reigns and The Rock shouldn't take place because fans would be unhappy to see the Brahma Bull challenge for the title. As a result, he proposed an alternate ending in which the tribal chief was deposed prior to the show of shows. Therefore, The Rock must face Roman at WrestleMania. You can't have the championship on Roman if it's against him. So you'll need to find another spot for it. Who better than Randy to try to tie or perhaps surpass that 16-time record right now? When Cody faces up against Randy, a character he cares about, he gets to wrap up the story. Cody and Randy also have a charming backstory. Additionally, it should be noted that Cody did retweet a statement I made almost 2 months ago in which he suggests, "Let's run it back, student versus the master one more time." During the time span of 1736 to 1816. Following the counsel of a prominent WWE superstar, The Rock told his cousin exactly what he intends to do. Read on for more information. After WWE WrestleMania 40, the veteran wrestler thinks Cody Rhodes should depose Roman Reigns. Matt Morgan, a seasoned wrestler, talked about potential outcomes following The Rock's return to Monday Night Raw on his Gigantic Pop podcast. He made the argument that the dream bout between Roman Reigns and the Brahma Bull is something the company just must have. Having said that, Morgan has come clean about his desire to see Cody Rhodes succeed Reigns in the title match. So, on the main event after WrestleMania 40, he predicted that the American Nightmare will win the title. If it's going to be Mania for Rock and Roman Reigns, then Cody's gotta finish the story. So he better win that asterisk in title at the next pay-per-view versus Roman or something, he warned. Veteran wrestler Cody Rhodes predicts Roman Reigns and The Rock's reactions to each other's return to WWE WrestleMania 40. Read on for more information. Weeks following his return, the 45-year-old WWE superstar sends a cautionary message to Randy Orton. In a highly anticipated return to WWE, Randy Orton teamed up with Cody Rhodes and the rest at last year's Survivor Series War Games Premium Live event. Sheamus contacted the Viper over Twitter. "You won't be able to catch the Celtic Warrior on TV right now. When he was defeated by Edge in August, that was his last TV appearance." Sheamus remembered the day he kicked Orton's pod open in an Elimination Chamber match. The two have wrestled together multiple times. There was also a brief statement from the former WWE champion. An ex-WWE Tag Team teammate of Sheamus, Claudio Castagnoli, had nothing but praise for him. Claudio Castagnoli, a former tag team partner of Sheamus and a current star in AEW, had nothing but praise for the Celtic Warrior. Castagnoli, real name Cesaro, joined the Blackpool Combat Club after departing WWE. In an interview with WrestleTalk, Castagnoli lauded Sheamus for his work ethic and said that the Stanford-based organization is lucky to have him. As Castagnoli put it, "He is the one that I love. Sheamus is really cute. In my opinion, I love him. His presence is invaluable to any organization that employs him. Just put simply, he is a real workhorse. Among the most dedicated individuals I've ever met, both inside and outside of the ring. The epitome of a crazed individual. So, I always do what I believe is best for my pals. It's entertaining to watch what happens, too. I adore Sheamus, though." Tag Team Champions SmackDown were Sheamus and Castagnoli. The Celtic Warrior is currently out with an injury and will need time to recover. When exactly Sheamus will be making his televised return is anyone's guess. Butch, who is currently a member of the Brawling Brutes, is expected to associate with an undisclosed individual on SmackDown. Is it possible that the Celtic Warrior is making a comeback? That will be determined by the passage of time. Major betrayal to conclude The Rock vs. Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. Veteran speculates that a new WWE star may join the Bloodline. Francine, a seasoned wrestler, thinks that The Rock's daughter Ava would ruin his chance for a bout with Roman Reigns in WWE. This week's Raw saw the Brahma Bull make an appearance at the Stanford-based Enterprise. The 51-year-old hinted at pursuing the head of the table after landing a people's elbow on Jinder Mahal. Fans and experts alike have been speculating ever since that the two will meet at WrestleMania 40, the next premium live event. In the most recent episode of her podcast, Eyes Up Here, Francine talked about what could happen if Reigns and The Rock were to square off. The Great One, she said, will likely vanish after the battle, thus the tribal chief should come out on top. According to the Queen of Extreme, she would have the Bloodline leader ensure victory, but she would insist that he be not clean. Francine's co-host then brought up the idea that Ava, who is a star on NXT and the daughter of The Rock, may intervene to ruin the match for her dad, get herself promoted to the main roster, and become a member of the Bloodline. He said that the corporation should do something with her. The legendary ECW wrestler concurred. After her father's return to WWE, The Rock's daughter made a big announcement. According to Ava, she listened to Paul Heyman's counsel before stepping into a new role. Is Roman Reigns the right man to challenge The Rock to a match for the WWE Universal Championship? At Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns will defend his undisputed WWE Universal Championship against the victor of a contest featuring Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight, who are all billed as triple threat competitors. Reigns vs. The Rock shouldn't be for the championship, according to Hall of Famer Bully Ray on Busted Open. So, in the build-up to WrestleMania 40, he predicted that Randy Orton will depose the tribal chief and pocket the championship. Therefore, The Rock must face Roman at WrestleMania. You can't have the championship on Roman if it's against him. So you'll need to find another spot for it. Who better than Randy to try to tie or perhaps surpass that 16-time record right now? Cody gets to go off against someone dear to him in Randy vs. Cody, allowing him to conclude the story. Also, Cody and Randy have a lovely backstory. Additionally, it should be noted that Cody did retweet a statement I made almost 2 months ago in which he suggests, "Let's run it back, student versus the master one more time." Upon his return to Raw, The Rock divulged the exact plan he had for his cousin after consulting with a prominent WWE superstar. What the Hollywood legend does next is something to watch with curiosity. After an altercation backstage, a popular WWE figure seems to be at odds with CM Punk and Randy Orton. Late in 2023, WWE made CM Punk and Randy Orton's return to the show. Both performers have hinted at upcoming projects with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, respectively. At the Royal Rumble, the Viper will most likely fight the Tribal Chief, but Punk's highly anticipated world title match may not take place until WrestleMania. Could Randy Orton square off against Grayson Waller of SmackDown on the greatest stage of them all? The Aussie icon mentioned seeing Randy Orton and CM Punk backstage lately during his conversation with Brad Gilmore on The Collection a week ago. Neither of his encounters with the top performers were courteous. Last week, I finally got the chance to meet Punk. As far as the meeting is concerned, I will not comment further, Waller declared. And Randy, too. I believe Grayson Waller is his name. I had a brief encounter with him before, and I finally got to meet him last week. maybe certain exchanges aren't as pleasant and courteous as others. Thanks to Wrestling Incorporated, in what would turn out to be Edge's second-to-last match in WWE, Grayson Waller made his main roster debut in a match against Orton, who had been Edge's tag team partner and opponent. The Rated R superstar even gave Waller props for her performance. Unfortunately, that type of opportunity to follow up has not been extended to the 21st century success story since then. Is Randy Orton being considered by Grayson Waller for WrestleMania 40? Randy Orton is now only seen on Friday evenings because to his signing with SmackDown before the end of 2023. This week, in a triple threat match to determine a new #1 contender for Roman Reigns' championship at Royal Rumble, he will face off against AJ Styles and LA Knight. Waller did not specify a competitor when Brad Gilmore asked him who he would want to see at the show of shows. Waller emphasized the importance of making it to the card this year, recalling last year when he had the opportunity to witness the program alongside Carmelo Hayes, another prospective NXT import, sitting down with Carmelo Hayes, with whom I was quite close at the time. I told him, "This is us next year." Last year, I had the opportunity to attend with NXT, and as we watched from the box, I told myself, "This is us next year." Plus, we were on the same wavelength. So for me, it's all about making it to WrestleMania and being a part of that event, regardless of who faces me. Exactly what WWE has in store for a number of its top performers at WrestleMania is still up in the air. But whatever the case may be, Randy Orton will almost certainly be involved in a major fight. Is a future match between Grayson Waller and Randy Orton or CM Punk something you're interested in? Leave a comment and share your thoughts.